Welcome, everybody.
Hello, and this is Brightside globaltrade.org, and we are here with a celebrity, a survivor, a patient story who turned into an advocate, written 20 books. And this is a story that you really do not want to miss. So here we go. Over to you, Kristen.
Thank you so much for having me here today on the Brightside Network. And, I used to do lots and lots of Zooms, right? And WebExes all before current events happened, right? And everything blew up and got big. So you're going to learn a little bit about who I am. But first of all, just thank you all to the veterans that are on the line. Thank you for your service. I appreciate you, definitely. My family has served as well. My grandfather was at D-Day, and he was D-Day Day 5, a machine gunner. And we have a different kind of respect for life and humanity because of our family experiences. And for my personal life, I started out really, having kind of lots of different neurological symptoms very young in my life, lots of headaches. And but before that happened, my father, he was in the military and he was a lieutenant colonel and he was also a doctor. And he's a Legion of Merit winner. And one of the things that happened is when he decided to retire, and basically we went down to Florida. And when we went to Florida, I was a little kid and I was about 5 years old, just turning 6. And when I came down there, I started to, grow up just like everybody else in the neighborhood, right? But I started to get headaches and I started to experience lots of different migraines and neurological symptoms, visual and headaches. And so in any case, my father really just kind of sprang into action being a lieutenant colonel. And I went through 20 different drug treatments before the time I was 20 years old, from 15 to 20. And we were just trying to figure it out. We couldn't, put our finger on it. And, later in life, I found out that my next door neighbor also actually suffers from fibromyalgia too. And we were both little girls, in the same town, same neighborhood. So pretty interesting. But in any case, we went through a lot, my father and I, trying to figure things out, testing things, trying things. And, eventually I moved and went to college in different places, the University of Florida. And I ended up, having different responses with my body. And things changed for me in different ways. And I was able to, kind of figure out how to manage my condition. But I would still have like different triggers and symptoms from time to time, right? And it depended on lots of different environmental things for me, and then also ways that I was living. But in any case, I was able to, figure out a career, and I joined an organization very early in 2005 called Avid Exchange, and I became a data scientist. So hopefully you can see my little paper sign here. And this is important because in 2005, we were trying to figure out how to explain to people how to get paper into the internet, right? They're like, what do you mean? You're gonna get paper data into the internet? What do you mean you're gonna put our information on there? What is the internet, right? So in any case, I had a fantastic career working with them, figuring out how to integrate into pretty much, 150 of the 500 existing accounting systems that exist today. We found ways to create one of the largest business-to-business networks in the country. We actually have over 800,000 suppliers from various industries that use our network today. And what's exciting to me is I got to play a lot of roles there. So I was a data scientist and I got to look at lots of information, a lot of confidential stuff, because we work with lots of industries, governments, and other types of organizations to help them figure out ways to be more efficient, to look at information, to connect and to integrate data into systems, and then also to get financial information securely transmitted across the country as well as money. So super important, super fun. I'm a fintech expert. Let's just mention that I'm a 20 times author. I did this kind of as a purposeful task that you're going to learn about. But the exciting thing is that I was going through my career, still managing, having like kind of chronic migraines and headaches. But then, in my mid 30s, unexpected events happened, and I fell down 15 feet of stairs. And when that happened, I couldn't figure out why my body wasn't healing. So I had great health insurance through my organization. So I went to doctors. Well, later, things start happening with my body. I'm not healing. Like I feel like I'm walking on glass a lot. My head hurts. My nervous system's going crazy. I'm starting to have a lot of tremors. I'm not sleeping well. Like, I'm having like times where I can barely sleep for like longer than an hour. And they start to figure out potentially maybe that I might have a disease called fibromyalgia. So you can't see this that good yet, but you will when you go to my website later. But what was important here is that different things happen to me with my body, and people with fibromyalgia can actually suffer from 200 different symptoms. And so I experienced lots of those. And unfortunately for me, my body went into decline. And so in 2018, I actually suffered from right side weakness. And then 9 months later, my body went into full body weakness. I was still working my career, but as you can see here, this is in my book. So my face changed a lot. And if you look at this, this is me as like a little kid, but later, this is me when I'm significantly all in the same year, if you look at the bottom row. And so my body went into major degradation because of the amount of pain that I was in and the things that were happening to me, as well as other factors like my environment and what I was eating and all kinds of things, right? So my case is really unique, and you heard my story talking about who my father was, right? And when I think about my family history, my father is a doctor, Legion of Merit winner, but for his special projects. Well, it turns out this is the crazy part of this story, right? How the universe works sometimes. So my neurologist in North Carolina, I'm originally from Charlotte. I had to move from Charlotte, North Carolina to get to California. And I had to get to California because I needed access to other goods and services that weren't available in North Carolina. Okay, particularly for me, cannabis was a big deal. But I was able to get to, during that time, some CBD that really made an impact in my case. That was one of my factors. So love all you CBD folks out there. 100% I'm with you. They've got to get it out there for more people. I'm one of the people that, I went through lots of drug treatments and different things. We tried lots of stuff. And this was one thing that really worked for me. Okay. Really, really well. And so one of the things that I want to share.
Okay, Kristen, hold on.
I hate to cut you off there.
We'll bring you back. We'll bring you back. But yes,
thank you so much for your
presentation.
We'll
bring you back.
Right. And you exposed so much and so many elements of our field today that we need an insight of it. And we want to make sure that we give everybody who's online today an opportunity to present and share, because I'm telling you, we're building an energy. We're building a concept and profile, and we want everybody to get excited about what they're sharing. And so this is big. This is big. So,
but show the books. Show the books. The books are available everywhere. Yeah, show the books. Yeah.
I'm highlighting. So I run a Social Good magazine, and this is important to me because Social Good is all about spreading healthcare and awareness and financial and education literacy. And I've already been doing that with Avid Exchange through financial technology for years, but now I'm taking it to another level with healthcare. So this one's for 13 and up, and it really gives like kind of a quick plan and a guideline for things for people to think about. This one right here, though, is Discipline, Rigor, and Accountability. This is my big book. So this is what I went through with rehabilitation. I went through 66 weeks of focused rehabilitation in North Carolina. I had to get strong enough to, hold my body up so I could drive to Los Angeles as a goal. And I eventually got to that point. And so the book ends there, me getting to California and the different things that I did. It's really for mature audiences because I talk a lot about symptoms and pain that I went through, but I also give people a guideline. So you can check it out. All of these are available on Amazon. And if you have the time, you can just pull my name up, Kristen Thomosino, as an author, and you can see all my books. I also wrote a children's series of 8 books and then other 10 meditative books that are photography portfolios. So thank you guys for the Brightside Network. I appreciate it. And thank you to the veterans again. I believe in working on this country too. And this is part of my plan with Social Good. So hopefully we'll get people out there changing it as well. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank
right,
you
all
so
right.
much.
Thank you so much.
Everybody, please give her a big hand. 15
Okay,
stories,
okay.
20 books. I think that's a big accomplishment.
Very good, very
Thank you, Kristen,
Okay.
so very much. Thank you for honoring us today.
So who's next?
So wait, before we go there, we want to stop recording. You're watching Brightside Global Trade, so make sure that you subscribe and let us know what you thought of our speakers today. Thank you so much.